cough. I lied. It was actually over 3 minutes. I'm a terrible person. Anyway, I'm back. But I guess somewhere in the ballpark 2 hours later, give or take, something like that, right? To wrap up Pandemonium. I have to turn Pandemonium back on. Let's turn Pandemonium back on. I turned Pandemonium off. I don't even think I'm going to give a recap the last time, in part because I'm willing to bet this fucker will, and in part because I haven't been... Oh shit, it really just is them. Hello, Alpha and Omega. We'll be getting to you tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. No guarantees. Mids are always a toss-up. Flip a coin, right? If I come home exhausted, I'm probably going to end up taking a nap and then going to bed. Like, seems to be how it works out half the time. Anyway. So. Last time, we went through the second wing of Pandemonium. And now, we will be going through the third wing of Pandemonium. Or until 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Whichever comes first. I might be willing to push a bit past that if I'm really close to the end by then. But I'll be really fucking shocked if I can't wrap this up in like 3.5 hours. You know? Like, it seems unlikely. I wouldn't be able to. So, let me just adjust my mic a little bit. Like that. Take a final sip from my coffee before it is empty. And let us get right into it. Ah, Arntel, I had a feeling you would arrive soon. Urgent tidings always seem to carry you in their wake, after all, and Master Fortuno recently sent word regarding his investigation. It seems he's uncovered information regarding Professor Calden's whereabouts and the sudden appearance of Pandemonium in the Ethereal Sea. We do well to meet with him at once. If you have no objections, I ask that you proceed to the Aetioscope forthwith. I shall make the necessary arrangements and join you shortly. I shall send word to Master Fortuno of our departure. Make your way to the Aetioscope and quickly. I'm afraid time isn't our ally on this matter. Gotcha. Hopefully I can get the screenshot I want to get. Otherwise, I'm going to be disappointed and may honestly reconsider my entire thumbnail theme for this raid series. If you watched last stream, it's pretty obvious what the thumbnail is going to be. Oh, I forgot you can't fly in here. Oh. What I want the thumbnail for this VOD to be is in keeping with the visual theming I always use, but looking out at Pandemonium in the Ethereal Sea. Because every fucking thumbnail I have that isn't like a trial series, like I have definite themes, right? A creature of habit am I. All of the trial series include all of the trial fights in the image, usually spliced together. But Four Lords doesn't quite work that way. I can. Let's fucking go. For MSQ, I use a still from the trailer. And for raids, with the exception of Alexander, because I hadn't established it yet, I take a single screenshot that is indicative of that point in the raid series. Or that wing. Can I get a better angle on it? Kind of like here. Unfortunately, I kind of doubt that I can go this way. Yeah, it's barred off. And I can't get on these tables either. But I'm not fond of the angle that being here gives me. So I will live with a little bit of the astroscope stuff being in the way. Get into pose. Appreciate it. God damn it. Can I fix it? Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. And nothing fucking fixes that, other than entering, or leaving and re-entering the zone. At this point, I should just add G-pose to somewhere down here. I'm pretty sure you can make G-pose a button. Can you? Wouldn't be under duty. Try social? Maybe not. We can definitely make it a macro. Wait. Beautiful. No, not quite. Yoink. I am satisfied. Good enough for purpose. Excuse me when I do it again, when you get moved to the platform. I have an illness. I can't help it. I thank you for answering my summons with haste. Let us forego formalities and jump straight to the heart of the matter. Namely, the whereabouts of Professor Colden, who has not been seen since his ill-advised journey to Azizla. A subsequent expedition discovered an airship in the vicinity of the Etherochemical Research Facility. Although the vessel clearly belonged to the professor, he was nowhere to be found. There were signs that someone, perhaps the man himself, had forced their way into the facility, so this trial was duly followed. However, the trail led nowhere. In the most literal sense, it was almost as if an entire sector of the facility had been wrested from existence. Further investigation confirmed the expedition party's suspicions. Nigh on an entire sector of Azizla has been teleported elsewhere. Teleported to where? We believe that its destination was none other than the Ethereal Sea, here, where its Allegan facilities reconstituted as the halls reconstituted as the halls of Pandemonium, to great success, as you can see. So that means Professor Colden is in there, in that monstrous fortress. That is our leading theory. We are certain enough, at least, to risk sending you into its depths in search of the missing man. Yet before we do, there is another pressing matter. While Pandemonium may appear firmly sealed, an unknown entity was recently spied crawling forth from its gates. We observed its behavior with the agioscope, and to our horror, witnessed it gorging upon the surrounding aether like a ravenous beast. What? It must be stopped. The ethereal sea harbors the souls of the departed. It is the wellspring from which all creatures are born. If its flow were disturbed, life itself might cease to be. Precisely, its safety must be our first priority. Rid us of this menace, Arentel, then we will be at liberty to investigate what wicked machinations are afoot. This memory crystal was recovered from Calden's airship. Take it with you, it may yet provide some insight into the enigma of Pandemonium. Without Themis, there will be no army of phantom warriors. I realize you are more than capable in combat, but are you certain you'll be alright? Themis isn't the only one who can summon our illusory allies. He isn't? Why, of course. I should have known someone of your talents would master even the Ancient's arcane arts. Apologies for my failure of imagination. I don't think the things we summon are illusory, are they? Once we are freed of the looming specter of Pandemonium, you must promise to share your knowledge, for the sake of thorough reports, of course. In the meanwhile, I shall focus my efforts on providing you with what information and support I can. I shall gather researchers from the confluence to construct a means to convey you to your destination. The rest is in your hands. It spun me. In truth, my days are stuffed to the brim, what with all the record-taking and document-fetching, but worry not, the knowledge that the realm's survival hinges on my efforts sustains me. At this depth, the ethereal sea itself poses little danger, but we know not what else awaits you. I shall monitor your health from a distance, that we might leap to your aid should a crisis be at hand. Well, no time to be wasted. How many coins was I at? 6? Very good. Back to Ezra's Law. Yeah, I did lose my bird in the intervening time, didn't I? It almost looks like someone started this fate and then stopped. Unless they're killing them very slowly. They are killing them very slowly. Fair enough. AoE, dude. AoE not. Oh, I mean, maybe he's there. Let's turn his axe back on. He is. No, he's not. Why aren't you AoE? No. Really gotta like it when you come across people who like understand. Although it would be better if they were AoEing, but I'll let that slide for the moment being. Blue Mage I may be, but obnoxious is not my goal. I am very happy to just spam hydro poles, make everyone's lives better, you know? Ooh, it's lookout point. There will be no spreading. Everyone will congregate on this single point. Beautiful. It does appear that I've lost all of my luck, though, so that's fun. Unfortunate. No, that's fate. Roll again. No, you don't. Come back here. 7. 7. Good stuff. Making progress. Uh-oh. I can make it. Let me switch. Oh, I made it. We did it. Let's go. Got there in the end. Didn't break TBN? Hey, there we go. Man, I got 2 TBN breaks back to back. Not even on myself. Wait. I forgot that made a puddle.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Didn't even need to grieve that hard. Wasted LD. I'm dead. Fuck. Fair. Fair. Ooh. That might be a wipe. You don't gotta agree with me. Goddamn. Why are you standing in the fire? Just because it's not the one being channeled doesn't mean it's not going to blow up at all. We're not going to get a healer LB3. We're not going to get any LB3, unfortunately. May as well just use it for loading up the damage, you know? Like, they're not coming back, I don't think. Even if it didn't reset when they came back, we are not going to have enough time to build up a 3. So maybe we'll spend the 2, maybe get another 1 in there at some point. Well, got there in the end. A little bit scuffed. A little bit scuffed. Oh, we're gonna be sitting here for the full 2 minutes, aren't we? That's rough. Well, I like your glamour better. Purely a matter of taste. I have nothing against this glamour. I don't think it's a bad glamour. Hey. Impressive work, Arentel. Their memories of your tenacity were not embellished in the slightest. Do not be alarmed. A proper introduction shall set your mind at ease. I am Athena, chief keyword of Pandemonium, wife to Lahabrea, and mother of Erechthonius, and it is I who made Pandemonium anew in the underworld. In a manner of speaking, I am the source of all your recent troubles. I must say, I did not imagine I would meet you in this age. A slight miscalculation, but perhaps a fortunate one, for your deeds in the past have left quite an impression on me. I understand you have reason to be wary, but I assure you there's no need. I know not what Lahabrea has told you of me, but all that I have done out of sincere scientific curiosity. That appetite yet remains, even after my rebirth. Conflict is the furthest thing from my mind, and I ask that you at least hear me out before brandishing your weapon. So you have no intention of halting your research? I have not endured this long journey to let my dream of godhood go unrealized. The souls of the ethereal sea and the man you call Calden are indispensable to my work. Worry not, for I treat all my tools with care, especially those with which I will grasp godhood. You are as stubborn as La Habrea, I see. Although I speak in earnest, you refuse to hear the meaning of my words. Perhaps you would be better served by a different teacher. Luckily, you already possess the tools I require to make one for you. Yes, that crystal teems with memories. Memories of two souls you know quite well, La Habrea and Erchthonius. I shall stitch them into the fabric of two errant souls, that, with their help, you may come to see clearly. How? Where are we? Surely these two have much to tell you of me, and I would have you listen. Perhaps then you shall better understand me, my desire for godhood. There is another, but their soul has proven difficult to work with. However, with these memories, I may very well manage to weave together something presentable. You have a place in my plans. I do hope that in time you come to realize that cooperation is the best path forward. I have little understanding of where we are, yet somehow I am unsurprised to find you here. At present, I have more questions than answers. Perhaps you can help me address this inequity. Is there somewhere we can speak without fear of interruption? Oh, shit. That was sudden. Went from 50 to 0 real goddamn fast. Oh. Some hints I can glean from the surroundings, but I would prefer you simply cut through the knot of questions. How unexpected! I do hope we can consider them allies. One with an aura of overwhelming authority, another that seems uncomfortable in his own skin. I believe I understand just well enough to be thoroughly intimidated. I don't know how long it's been, Arntel, but it's good as ever to see your face. Would that it were under more conventional circumstances. Just where are we, and what events have led to this unexpected reunion? Welcome to several thousand years in the future. Ah, yes, I remember telling you. I remember you telling us about this memory crystal. To think it contained our memories. This is a lot to take in, not least of all the fact that you hail from the future. I searched for you after a time, but could find no trace. Now I know why. Our age had its share of surprises. If memories are to be believed, the supposedly world-ending final days came upon us, yet here we are, in a future where you, at least, exist. Do we overcome the despair that befell us? Do we find a way to live on? Twice. Twice you do. Questions without simple answers, it seems. Let us take heart that life endured in some form, but as memories, we may never have the luxury of the larger picture. Regardless, now that it has come to pass, this future must be protected from Athena's scheming. Let this conviction guide our every action. Agreed, but as memory is given fleeting form, we are bereft of any physical or magical talents. We cannot aid our intel in battle. Nay, Athena meant us to speak, and nothing more. But though we may be tools, we need not be slaves to her whims. We will tear ourselves from her grasp and shatter her ambitions. I must wonder how she knew of our history with our intel. Likely, she possessed some means by which to observe events within Pandemonium, either while they were occurring or after the fact. Regardless, her knowledge far exceeds our own, a shortcoming we must remedy at once. We would do well to learn more of the Pandemonium, now dominating the landscape of souls. Our intel's colleagues will doubtless prove to be of value in that respect. Oh. Same dialogue? Yup. Are those two over there researchers from this era? We must share what we know at once, that we might piece together this vexing puzzle. Why do your companions hesitate to approach? We may be unusual visitors, but time is of the essence. Bring them here. I had a bitrate dip. I didn't notice that. Well, it wasn't huge. No reason to panic yet. Panicking can be saved for later. Although you may be but a confluence of memory, it is an honor to meet the personages I've only read of in our intel's reports. As a researcher, this is beyond exciting, and I admit to no small measure of fear as well. I know what you mean. I can scarcely stop my legs from shaking. We're powerless to do aught but speak. I see no reason why you should be afraid. If it isn't my life I fear for. I only fear that I might not have the chance to ask you all the questions now burning a hole in my mind. We stand before two of the ancients who hold priceless knowledge beyond the ken of any of our peers. But what purpose does fear serve if not to be confronted and conquered? To that end, we shall share with you our records, and perhaps together we can find the thread with which will lead us safely out of this conundrum. Information shall be our most precious resource, for that is the only weapon we can wield in these forms. Our memories are at your complete disposal. We can start with Athena, whose thirst for discovery would see all life consumed. Her desires haven't changed. Still she seeks to transcend her mortal existence so that she might unravel the mysteries of life. She would become a god. A nebulous concept, but Athena had her own ideas on what divinity entailed. In her mind, a god can create souls at will. Thus, she chose the underworld, or the ethereal sea, as it is known in this age, as the staging ground for her final experiments. Here lies a practically bottomless well of aether. Even if it means stemming the flow of life itself, she intends to continue her work. She thinks of nothing else. We caught a glimpse of Athena as we came into this world. Her smile, her voice, they were just as I remember. Well, without even realizing it, I found myself feeling an affection for her. Don't look at me like I've gone mad. I'm not asking you to join her side. I know the true Erichthonius would never want that, but these emotions remain, in memory, if nowhere else. We shall remain here to compile what information we can. You must infiltrate Pandemonium and seek out Athena. I would ask that you leave the memory crystal with us. It may hold secrets which have yet to be unveiled. All that's left is to cross that menacing threshold. Shall we take a closer look? Oh, that is the second one, isn't it? Oh, I was hoping I'd have more time for I to deal with that. I have one question for you. Does the word Orosite mean aught to you? Orosite, well yes, there are a few records of its existence. It mainly makes appearances in the legends of Ivalice, and in tales concerning the Ascian well, in tales concerning an entity known as an Ascian. This personage is associated with a black Orosite known as the Heart of Sabik, a source of considerable power. I see. So time has not buried it. Do we know where the Heart of Sabik is now, or was it destroyed? Or was it destroyed when Ultima Weapon imploded? I've read that the ancients were much larger than people of our era. Perhaps Athena endeavored to make them less imposing. La Habrea asked me about Orosite and has yet to say a word since he heard the answer. Did I say something wrong? He is quite intimidating in his silence. I must think. Leave me be while you attend your task. From the outside, Pandemonium looks no different than it does in the past. However, there is no guarantee that the inside will be familiar. You would do well to secure the area near the entrance first. Once it has been cleared of threats, La Habrea and I can approach, and we shall begin our exploration of the interior. Bing! The portal should convey you to Pandemonium's gates. I hardly need to tell you to keep your weapon at the ready. Oh, no bing. No bing indeed. Oh, it's gonna be obnoxious. I was just looking into something. Well, we'll have to wait for tomorrow. I knew you would come. I never lost faith that we would meet again. I told you as much. Did I not? I understand you may be confused. I was, too, at first. You see, I'm not the true Themis. I was made by Athena, molded from one of the many souls at her disposal. I am only an illusion built from memory, no more real than La Habrea or Erechthonius. Even so, I believe I have a grasp on the situation. This is the distant future. A future where Athena lives once more, although the means of her rebirth are yet beyond me. You are here to stop her. Have I the right of it so far? Very good. I would be disappointed if you did not rise to her challenge. Although I'm sorry to say that I cannot aid you, my creator has tampered with my essence, and I am oddly inclined to act in her interests. I can do naught but offer you words of warning. We will fight, and it cannot be avoided. There's no need for that pained expression. Remember, I am but an illusion, nothing worth shedding tears over. I would feel terrible if I had to trounce Elidibus again. I know not what is in your mind, but I must stress once again that I cannot defy the urge to stand against you. Athena's hold over me is unyielding. Still, I would ask that you listen carefully to the advice I offer you now. Athena has prepared a new vessel to replace Erechthonius, so that she may become a god. By gathering the souls readily available in the Sea of Aether, she tempers her own existence. Yet the souls are faint, diffuse. She doubts whether they are sufficient for her goals. So she has turned her gaze to you. Despite your thin aether, you managed to lay Hephaestus low, and Athena would know the secret of your strength. To that end, she has prepared an experiment for her observation. Fight for your life against Athena's creation, and in doing so, give her the knowledge she desires. What's happening? Athena has made her move. We must find a way to reach her, or all is lost. We can do little but hope for Arentel's success. Pandemonium, once a mass of lifeless stone, now imbued with a soul. Athena has grown much since her death at La Habrea's hand. Although the souls she creates are imperfect, they act with absolute obedience. I know you shall cut your way through this monster, as you have so many others. Then you shall come before me. Do not hesitate to do what you must, for that is the only way to stop Athena. And 10th circle. My tombstone's looking. You know what? Could be worse. Anyway. What's up? Well, it seems you can come and go from that dark place as you please. We still don't know if it's safe for us, but must find out quickly. There's no telling what else awaits you in there. That she would give life to those pitiless stones, Arentel. You know what you must do. We will stay here and do what we can to decipher the nature of this space Athena has created. This cannot be real, can it? I can see a thing. Or I can't see a thing. Can't see a thing. There's so much dead space if we do it like that. If I stand like here, there's still a bunch of dead space. We can't. I guess I could stand like right here. That kind of works. Alright, got that. See you fuckers later. How many colonies am I at? 8? Very good. As law. Actually, you know what? What other places can I go to for this? Giovanni and Hinterlands. No, I'll pass. Forelands, though. That's got good music, man. I'll go there. Like, Forelands probably has, like, what may be my favorite, like, zone theme, I don't know. It's so melancholy. I don't know. It's very nice. I like it a lot. No coin, alas. Just stand on top of me and AoE. Just stand on top of me and AoE. I'm playing that game. Trying to be helpful, guys. I swear. I don't want to be one of those blue mages, you know? I only need one more coin, and then I'm on to my last guy, which will be me staying in the exact same map, because he uses the exact same maps. Very cool. Any excuse to keep listening to this. Ooh, a lookout point. Yoink. If you would kindly come over here, closer to the Earth Sprite, thank you very much. And there we go. One last set of 10. And I have fully completed the Yokai Walkabout. For even 10 minutes? Holy shit. Doing them here might not be the best move, though. This appears to be a very popular spot for grinding out the fates. Just like this map in general. Kinda hurts my ability to actually get my shit done. Hey, it popped. Beautiful. Alright, this fight's a fun one. Let's see if we wipe. Things have changed since week 1, so. But harrowing is a harrowing mechanic to deal with.
Pandemonium. From countless failures have I wrought miracles. Into soulless vessels I breathe life.
Also a Dark Knight, very fun.
You will go no further. I spin my web. This prison offers no escape. I mustn't disappoint. Lady Athena. Stay where you are. Wet like unto chains. A tangled morsel, awaiting death. All hearts, lead back to me. A glimpse of Lady Athena's power! Stay where you are. A tangled morsel, awaiting death. All hearts, lead back to me. These bars are unbreakable. I am Pandemonium. These cells are mine. Stay where you are. Bear yourselves free. Shall be unlimited.
That lost my feet, yeah.
For Athena. For Mother.
Really fucking solid party though. Holy shit, man. This is probably like the cleanest tennis.
Oh, special cells.
Come on, Monk, do it. Do it or I will.
Your soul
I'll take it.
free.
Yeah, this is probably the prettiest looking
Doesn't matter. Fight's over.
Oh, you give me. And I like your portrait, so you get a comp. Damn, rolled higher than a 93. Big congrats. Like I need them, but yo. That was a beautiful display as always. I stand enchanted by your grace in battle. Arntel, is that... Pandemonium's final gate has been cast wide. I shall await your arrival beyond. Apologies for not coming sooner. The space is enveloped by some fell energy, and we couldn't risk venturing through it before taking due precautions. Were my eyes mistaken? Was that Themis? Tell us what you know. We must consider our next course of action carefully. That must have been Themis, but how? I ought to have anticipated this. If she bore witness to past events within Pandemonium, Athena would have found Elidibus impossible to overlook. Few possess such a talent for magics, to say naught of the emissary's discerning judgment. And so she found his soul upon the tides of the ethereal sea, and used his memories to craft a puppet that would serve her whims. But is what Themis said true? She imbued Pandemonium itself with a soul. To breathe life into that which should never live, Athena's research is fast approaching its culmination. Fortunately, with the information shared with us by your friends, we've made some strides towards figuring out how to stop her. A crystal called the Heart of Sabik may be the key. The researchers related a quick but thorough history of events leading to the present, the sundering of the star, the emergence of the Asians, and the calamities that they brought to bear upon the realm. Tales under other circumstances we would have considered childish fantasy, if not for a name that rang true to La Habrea's memories. The Heart of Sabik, to you, the secret of the ultimate weapon's might, not least the spell known as Ultima, source of enduring mystery, We are told that a general from the Garlean Empire was gifted this Orosite by an Ascian, that the ultimate weapon might be perfected. The identity of this shadowy benefactor, however, remains a curious unknown. You seem to be a veritable trove of uncommon knowledge. Is there aught you are withholding? Very well. At present, the heart of Sabik itself is of greater moment. If it is a creation of Athena's, made during her time with the words of La Habrea. This predates even Pandemonium's construction. She brought before us a crystal she claimed to have chanced upon, saying it contained immense power. She dubbed it Orosite, studying it with a fervor unusual even for her. The eventual fruit of her efforts was a Stygian crystal, unlike aught we had ever seen, the heart of Sabik. Did Athena ever encounter Ultima, the High Seraph, perchance? An unexpectedly specific question. I gather that the Heart of Sabik is not the only Orosite in this era. Regardless, I know naught of this High Seraph. Athena has never been forthcoming as to how she found the crystal, though we came to suspect that it was not of our star. Much later, we discovered that Orosite magnifies the desires of those who come into contact with it. This would do much to explain Athena's actions following her recovery of the crystal. Alas, this realization came too late. By the time I moved to seal the Orosite and its insidious influence away, Athena's plot had already been laid. So what became of the Heart of Sabik? I took it from Athena's laboratory after I ended her life. The density of the aether within was unlike anything I had observed. I knew its capacity for destruction, but further analysis proved impossible. I elected to safeguard it myself. It is possible that Athena herself obscured the crystal's contents. Even were her memories stored within, I would have remained in ignorance. If she included some mechanism by which to give these memories forms, as she did with our own, she would be reborn. Ironic that I should have protected those few memories in the name of safeguarding the star. Fate is loath to see mistakes go unpunished. The monster unleashed Ultima. I can only guess that it was Athena's hand that placed such magic within the heart of Sabik. And if so, it's only natural she would gift her own creations with such terrible power. I have told you all I know of Athena and the many secrets she kept hidden from the world. If she indeed stored her memories within the heart of Sabik, we must ask ourselves how they were awakened in this age. When was the crystal last sighted? During my fight with the Ultima weapon, in which you triumphed but failed to recover the heart. Yet according to your colleagues, there was another on the battlefield that day, an Ascian. And the selfsame Ascian was later struck down at a location known as the Etherochemical Research Facility. I've heard that name, and recently, the site of Professor Calden's disappearance. Indeed, he was tracing an ethereal signature resembling that of the memory crystal in his possession, a signature that may well have belonged to the heart of Sabik, in which case it is no coincidence that Athena's awakening followed. But what reason would he have to bring her back to life? Was his mind not his own? Yet more questions without answers. Although Athena's essence is that of memory, her magics have not suffered for lack of a physical body. As the world is now, it should not be possible, but she must have found a suitable vessel. If Elidibus is to be believed, she readies this vessel for godhood, and is perilously close to success. It beggars belief, as you well know, You were the linchpin of her ambition. Yours was the only form that could contain the immense power Athena required. It has long since turned to dust. As pleasant as this discussion is, we require more information if we're to unravel this mystery. You know who awaits you, Arentel, Themis. I fear you won't find him so cooperative as we're accustomed to. You know not how vast the space beyond these gates may be, but somewhere within lurks Athena, with Elidibus leashed at her side. This may be a simplistic theory, but hear me out. If Themis arose from his memories intact, he will be eager to see reason. We need only break the magics that bind him to regain an old ally. When I had fallen under Hephaestus' influence, you didn't stop trying until I was freed. I would ask that you do the same for Themis. Though none of us are real in the conventional sense, I feel it must be done. Themis would never have wished to be your enemy. Are you sure about that, buddy? While Erechthonius' perspective is a sentimental one, Elidibus may possess privileged knowledge. To question him, unimpeded by magics, would be ideal. Agitus broke free of her bonds in her final moments, suggesting that Athena's hold weakens under the weight of combat. You might use the same principle to unshackle Elidibus' mind. But remember that our very nature is fragile. Even if he inhabits a vessel with which to meet you in battle, I am certain he is not meant to endure. If left weakened for too long, his aether may dissipate back into the ethereal sea. You must act quickly. We know not for how long we'll have free reign to go between here and the Aetioscope. We'll remain here for now, unless absolutely necessary. The crystal, I returned it to the safekeeping of your colleagues. I could find nothing new amongst the memories stored within. This space, on the other hand, is fascinating, wrought by the same power the keywords wielded, perhaps. 11th. Clear. Choose. Join. Let's do this in proper order. Rest assured, I do not intend to remain idle. I shall try to discern the nature of the sphere and ensure that no other similar phenomenon has appeared elsewhere. But Professor Colden is inside that. Oh, I do hope he's okay. Well, that's all that sorted out. Incorrect. God damn it, he's at the fucking... Dark Knight... Dravanian Forelands... we'll do Hinterlands. Oh, God, I think I gotta go to fucking Idleshire. Ooh. Help. There we go. Idleshire. Soon that mount shall be mine. I will literally never use it, but it will sure as fuck be mine. Well, that's obnoxious. And one. It took me embarrassingly long to realize what this arena is. It's the council room for Convocation 14.
For this incarnation. I have long considered how I might stand against you, I admit. In transformation, I present to you my truth. I am Envidius. My heart quivers in anticipation. The light embrace of darkness consume.
Discord. Oh, didn't wipe. Made it.
Will you be judged worthy to exist?
This is what I get for trying to stop.
These matters are not for you to...
Annihilated my entire rotation. That's fine. This is only drifted by like 4 pieces.
Will light embrace or darkness consume? Will you be judged worthy to exist?
So much for trying to reset it. Alas. He'll do it himself and yeah, there he goes. Appreciate a little bit.
I am the emissary, and I shall never die.
Bullshit. I wasn't even out of that circle for a full frame. I have two.
Will light embrace or darkness consume?
Skip the panel. You can do it at least. Hello? Yaylee?
The fog has lifted. I knew that Athena's magics magnified the desires of their victim at the expense of our house, but I never guessed what desire of mine she could exploit. Since the moment we met, I have made plain my interest in you, my desire to understand your nature. I suppose a curiosity extended to how each of us would fare in a match of strength. Sorry. What is this? Free. Then I am no longer needed. Do not look so crestfallen, my friend. These few moments of clarity are more than I could have asked for. You must render judgment of Athena's actions. This warmth, your aether. You've grasped the fraying strands of my being and tied them together with your own. Nevertheless, I fear I am here on borrowed time. I only hope that I can see you through the last of our battles. Until then, I will cherish every moment. I am Elidibus, the emissary. As such, it falls upon me to judge Athena, who would disrupt our carefully maintained balance to fulfill her own desires. I swear I shall not waver in this duty. Let us return to Apotheosis and the Hebrea. There is much I would share with you before we embark upon our final ascent. The four of us are to get together once again, although I may not have directly experienced our adventures. My memories make our bonds as real as any other. As I surmised, Elidibus was constructed with the strength to use to see your battle done, yet I fear his aether may not sustain him through another. Themis, it is good to see you. I knew Arentel would guide you to our side once again. I'm grateful he had the patience to tolerate my lapse in manners. Athena's hold upon me is broken, and I pledge every moment of my remaining time to seeing that she answers for her deeds. Very good. To that end, I would have you share what you know of her plan. Of course, as I mentioned, Athena possesses a vessel that may serve in the creation of a god. It is someone Arentel knows well, a man by the name of Calden. By a twist of fate, his body proved to be ideal for Athena's purpose. The creation of a person requires not just body, soul, or memory, but rather all three. We are made from the memories of our ancient counterparts, etched upon drifting souls and given form through the infusion of aether. We lack a physical body, yet you can see and feel us all the same. Athena is different. She has carved her memories into Calden's soul, while it was still within its body, and thus made both her own. But even she is prone to error. After the sundering, beings become more fragile in both body and soul, and this difference prevents Athena from realizing the full extent of her desires. So that's why she has turned her sights towards Arentel. His uncommon strength rivals even the mightiest of our age. By scrutinizing his feats in battle, Athena aims to deduce the secret of Arentel's prowess and use it to fortify her own vessel. Only then will the culmination of her research be at hand. Can't we simply remove Athena's memories from Calden's body? An arduous task, but not impossible. Athena can inscribe herself upon another's soul, but she cannot erase its will. If we awaken Calden's spirit to the reality of his bondage, he might be compelled to wrest his body from Athena's clutches. We still don't know why she chose Calden. What makes him more suited than anyone else? Although I have never spoken to Calden, I did witness an incident that may prove revelatory. When instructing the vessel to do her bidding, she called it by a familiar name, Apotheosis. What? Why would she? It is as I thought. Our course of action is clear. We must lay Athena low and rescue Calden. A difficult task, to be sure, but one which the present company is more than capable of achieving. Why would Athena use my name? More questions and few answers to go around. Themis, you may have just handed us the key to rescuing Calden. What must we do? First and foremost, we must confront Athena. She must be made vulnerable, as Elidibus was. Yet our opponent stands on the verge of godhood. As we know, she would unmake us in an instant. Until we have no choice but to place the burden of our fate, and the fate of many more besides, squarely upon your shoulders. I trust you have no objections. God or no, I shall cast her down. If you have faith in your victory, then so do I. And we all appreciate Arentel's willingness to fling himself at the unknown. However, we have yet to hear how this will liberate Calden. I have a plan. Do not trouble yourself over the details. The same goes for you, Arentel. You must focus the entirety of your attention on Athena. She will not be easily bested, even by one of your prowess. That's a lie. Then let us trust in La Habrea and prepare for the battle to come. It's gonna like unironically be incredibly easy just because I know all of her mechanics. One day I'll do Savage. One day I will do Savage. One day. But before we face Athena, I must know. If she had never discovered the Orosite, had never fallen under its influence, would she have lived a normal life? Would she have been a mother to me? I have asked myself the same question. Questions with no answer, I fear. But let us put them out of our mind. There is something we must discuss, and I would do so not as La Habrea, but as father to his son. Athena maintains absolute control over the space. Beyond the gate, she has doubtless built herself an abode worthy of a god, and now awaits the arrival of her supplicants. For now, we place our trust in you. The rest must wait until we have Athena before us. Right now, Athena must be the sole focus of your attention. She shall not hesitate to exploit any weakness she can sense. Rest assured, I do not intend to remain idle. I shall try to discern the nature of this sphere and ensure that no other similar phenomenon has appeared elsewhere. Oh, it's the same fucking dialogue. Anyway, I am going to quickly go and grab something to drink and walk around for a minute. Among other things, I will likely not be gone longer than like 6-7 minutes, and then we will wrap this up. Now, I do have a crazy idea, because I'm getting through this much faster than I anticipated, and I can't imagine that Hikaru's Grand Endeavor is too long. So I do believe that as long as I finish this before 9 o'clock, I will end stream for like 10 minutes, if not less. And all in the name of having separate VODs, right? Oh, Lord. But yes, so I will be back shortly. Then I'll be doing the Hikaru's Grand Endeavor, yada yada yada. Wipe out the remainder of my blacklist today, you know? Okay. Let's get right back into it. By queuing for P12. Let's go. Direct to Marvel. Sorry, I don't want to deal with fucking having to go through Idle Shire again. I'm good. I'll pass. That's certainly a fate. Let's go do that. Ooh, already got a DPS in here. Good stuff. Why are they spawning in different spots? Why does everything work like this? Go away. This song is also pretty good.
You have done well to reach the seat of godhood. Now, bear your souls to me.
Oh, I fucking edited the video. I didn't realize there wasn't a break for the there was a break before the music started. Here it goes. Moth. do something that wasn't one of the healers. It was one of the healers. Alright, this is fun.
From the fabric of creation.
Hey, got another one. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, it just ignored the shield. Cool.
Such a singularly resolute soul. New chains are forged from the fabric of creation.
Someone's dead.
Today, my theory shall be proven as fact.
Get the fuck off me. Get the fuck off me. Okay. This is fun. Almost dead. Come on. There we go. It's not lag, it's snapshotting. It's snapshotting. You just have to understand what the mechanic is. Snapshotting is not horrifyingly difficult to understand. Anyway. I guess it could be lag on their end, but like that's a different matter. Anyway, I really wanted to play this at the end of the Myths of the Realm, but I forgot. I forgot to do it. So,
God is dead. God remains dead, and we have killed him. How shall we comfort ourselves? The murderers of our murderers. What was holiest and righteous of all that the world has owned has bled to death under our knives. Who will wipe this blood off us? What water is there to clean ourselves?
anyway. Countless years I waited within that stifling crystal, and now, when my dream is finally within reach, you stand in my way. Your dream is naught but selfish ambition. Its fulfillment would benefit only you. And why, Athena, at the end of this road to godhood, what did you hope to find? It matters not. The fact remains that she worked against the interests of the star. Even so, I would hear her answer. I would know why my mother cast us aside. How unlike you, Erichthonius. You were never so inquisitive before. Having struck upon a hypothesis, there is but one thing the wise woman desires. Irrefutable proof. My theory was that any true god would see us as we are, imperfect. She would hammer out our flaws and build something greater. To prove this could not but benefit the star, I would give it the perfect stewards. It might shine brighter than any other. And you would destroy the lives already upon it. In that, I am no different from our peers. Over the course of aeons, how many creations have we wrought? Such creatures cannot but usher their inferior predecessors into oblivion. Even without our meddling, nature would take the selfsame course. If the destination is the same, is it somehow worse to arrive there by the guidance of a god? I think not. The Orisite made such thoughts irresistible, perhaps, but it cannot have crafted them from whole cloth. This is Athena's truth. What right have you to pass judgment? You were but a vessel for my masterwork. Your purpose ends there. My only mistake was leaving you possessed of a soul. What are you saying? Poor Ericthonius, always the last to arrive at the obvious conclusion. I gave birth to you for a single reason, that you might serve as my tool, and like any tool, I crafted you to suit my needs, that you might accept my essence when the time came. Of course, I also made you more amenable to my demands, and ensured that you would feel a cloying affection to your dear mother. However, it seems that my tinkering was insufficient. My very feelings were of your design. You created a boy unable to grasp even the simplest magic, ever hopelessly clinging to his mother's robes, unable to do otherwise, and was doomed from the start. Yet here you are, standing in defiance of her design. You are more than what she made you. I still feel the sting of it, but with pain comes clarity. You ill deserve to wear the mantle of a god. As stubborn as you are witless, if the star will not be mine, then it serves no purpose. She aims to obliterate the ethereal sea and stem the flow of life. She will do no such thing. Before the battle, La Habrea told me I was the key to finishing this. Although I am but an illusion, my soul has crossed aeons to find its home in another, one whose body Athena has seen fit to purloin as her own. Much of what I once was now resides in him. Should my memories seize this chance to follow suit, they may respond enough to wake his mind. But Athena inhabits him still. What will become of you? I don't know, but if I can rouse his soul, perhaps it will disrupt Athena's hold, and it's the best chance we have. My whole life others have looked down upon me, but I've never given up searching for my purpose. Now I've found it. This decision is yours to make, yours alone. Do as you will, my son. I know you shall make me proud. Ericthonius, do not dare. No, stop this. Your words hold sway over me no longer. My life is my own. And I have found my true family. My power wanes. The vessel rejects me. What is happening? Athena's magics should be impotent with no body to fuel them. Precisely, Athena was a sole force holding the space around Pandemonium together, and now it crumbles. Although little would change if we were buried here, we cannot let this be Arentel's final resting place. Of all my miscalculations, to think that you would be my undoing, that you would even be capable of defying me. Is there more you would say to me? Or have you decided to return to your dear mother's bosom? Have you brought Claudine back to me? Apologies, but I am only the dregs of your own memory. I can do naught but watch as the evil you've wrought collapses, brought under its own weight. How disappointing. Truly useless to the last. And who made me that way? Questions, and more questions. Why did Claudine set out by himself? What did he see? Oh, I do hope he wakes soon. At least on the surface, Professor Claudine appears unharmed. We must wait for him to regain consciousness to judge anything beyond that, I fear. Although Ericthonius was naught but a collection of memories, I know his absence pains you. But he acted with resolve, full aware of the potential consequences. Let us look back on this moment not with sorrow, but with pride. You both are the heroes of the day. Athena's ambitions would have swallowed the world had you not stemmed their advance. We shall stay here both to look over Professor Claudine and ensure that there are no further disturbances in the ethereal sea. You should rest, and I will not take no for an answer. We shall stay here and wait for Claudine to regain his senses. Pray rest while you can. It seems we can do naught but wait. Perhaps we might discuss a matter which has been troubling me. While your colleague Nemgigi was enlightening us on the historical events which led to this era, she let slip the name of one of the Asians, La Habrea. Although she knew of the figure only from her research, she was most intent that there is no evidence connecting the Asian to myself. Yet I am aware that this La Habrea used the heart of Sabik to sow chaos throughout your world, and I would be the fool to deny such strong connections between us. You are the only one present who has met the Asian in question, so I would ask you directly, are he and I one and the same? Is my fate to work in the shadows and bring about untold destruction? I cannot be certain. A diplomatic answer. I understand the Asians often use the bodies of others to enact their plots, so it is impossible to say who they truly are. These Asians, or paragons, I'm told, were ruthless in their schemes to rejoin the sundered worlds. I have heard but a small number of their deeds, and still I find it difficult to comprehend the depths to which they were willing to sink. To choose a path of evil, all for the sake of the star. I admit 'tis a decision I would make under the right circumstances. Although the ages may take their toll, my devotion to my duty will never waver. Paying no heed to what might be lost, I will treat the heart of Sabik as a mere tool for my own ends. Never caring to look beyond the surface, I will unleash forces that I fail to truly comprehend, and remain blissfully ignorant of my hypocrisy all the while. Ah, it appears Claudin has awakened. Arentel, I have some faint memories of what transpired. You stood against Athena and won. And you were there too. La Habrea, Ericthonius' memories of you dwell within me still. Through unyielding discipline, you hoped to forge a son equal to yourself, but the crucible you placed him in left scars which were loath to heal. Yet you were never motivated by selfishness. All you did was in service of your duty. At the least, I will hear no more. Though you may possess Ericthonius' memories, you are not him. In rebirth, you have become someone else entirely, and you belong to this age. As such, I am your enemy, and an enemy does not deserve sympathy. Of course, I would never condone the actions of an Ascian, but you are not him. You are La Habrea of the Convocation. You spared no effort in saving us from Athena's machinations. For that, you deserve the utmost praise, and my personal thanks. If you insist on deceiving yourself, then so be it. My stance remains unchanged. The most difficult of your trials is behind you, but you may find that Pandemonium has yet to relinquish the last of its secrets. Among them is the identity of Hephaestus' liberator, who set the very first wheel in motion. There is but one place to find these answers: the past. However, I must insist that you keep silent about Athena's fate. While I doubt it would change the decisions I make, you should not tender us information we could not uncover ourselves. Now that I have said my piece, I shall follow in my son's footsteps. These odious memories will fade to nothing, as was always their fate. Farewell. My time, too, draws near, but I believe I can stay long enough to see this matter through. You shall journey to the past to seek out the truth of La Habrea's words, yes? Well, Themis himself may have been there to see this encounter. I have the unique opportunity to hear your perspective on the matter. That is, of course, if you will share it with me. I look forward to it. I shall take in the ethereal sea one final time as I await your return. I believe we've yet to see the full effect these events will have on the ethereal sea. Once Professor Claudin recovers, we must conduct a thorough investigation. Riosad and I shall return to Apora and make our report to Master Fortuno at once. Oh, where to begin? I too shall stay here and await your return. I could use the rest, and there is a matter I will discuss with you and Themis before we say our farewells. Now all that is left is to return to Pandemonium and ask La Habrea to shed light on its few remaining mysteries. I look forward to your return. Ah, you must be Arentel. I am Hegemon, keyword of Abyssos, but I suspect you may already know that. We did meet once before, after all, although I was not entirely myself at the time. Thanks to you, however, I can rightly say my faculties are mine once more. At present, I am taking stock of the damage done to the facility. Thank you for checking up on us. Did you speak with Hegemon and the other warders on your way here? The work is long, but we have made great strides in undoing Athena's meddling. Arentel, I didn't expect to see you again so soon. It is always a joy. You seem quite happy to be here. Arentel, truth be told, I thought you would have little reason to ever visit this place again. It seems I was wrong. I'm looking for answers. How neatly you obfuscate your motivations. Do as you will, then. He has gone through the trouble to visit us, so I hardly think curtness is in order. We braved Pandemonium together. Why not at least share with him our progress? I have relinquished control of Pandemonium to La Habrea. I was never meant to hold it for long, and now such authority resides in rightful hands. With La Habrea's help, we have poured through Athena's research into the Hemitheoi. Thus were we able to restore Hegemon's body and mind. Yet there is still much work to be done, damage to repair, keywords to replace. The tasks are too many to count. But although the path may be long, our progress is steady. I believe we can safely say that the Pandemonium will soon function as it did before. Indeed. Before we reach that point, however, there are some matters which must be put to rest. One concerns Pandemonium itself, and another is a personal matter. Until they are settled, I cannot move forward. It shall not take long. Lack of resolve caused me to delay, but I have chosen my course. These concerns must be weighty indeed. Do you intend to share your burden with us? If you would bear witness, then come. Your arrival at this very moment beggars belief, but I shall not ask you to leave. I simply ask that you do not interfere, no matter what may happen. Stay here. This will be over soon. Why did you call me here, Master La Habrea? There is still much to be done if the warders are to be freed. You have served within Pandemonium since Athena's time, have you not? That would make you the most senior keyword now that Aegitus is gone. As such, you deserve to know a secret few others are privileged to hear, one concerning myself. Separating Hephaestus from myself required removing a part of my soul. A necessary sacrifice, but one which came at no small cost to my natural talents. I am but a shadow of the man I was at the time of my appointment as La Habrea. I could never hope to wield the same magics that Hephaestus used to bind the warders' minds, let alone break their shackles. That tone of defeat does not befit your voice, Mr. La Habrea. Do not give in to despair. There is no despair, only truth. I do not confide in you to garner cheap sympathy. Hephaestus left behind fascinating research. His conclusion was that in order to transform a vessel into a hemitheos, absolute control over their mind was essential. As you well know, the magics used to achieve such domination exploited strong emotions within their victims' hearts. In the case of Apotheosis and Aegitus, the respect for me. Upon slipping their bonds, Hephaestus took steps to throw Pandemonium into chaos. With their attention divided, keyword and warder alike were easy targets. But there was an act that came before. Regardless of Hephaestus' prowess, he could not have won freedom on his own. For long days and nights I pondered who might have released him. I could only conclude that Athena's plans were set in motion long, long ago, when she claimed the mind of one of her admirers. Hegemon, none would question your pride in your position, your devotion to Pandemonium. But you do not believe I am the one fit to lead it, do you? Your loyalty lies not with my vision of Pandemonium, but Athena's. Master La Habrea, whatever has spurred this sudden accusation, I assure you that there is a proper explanation. What are you doing, La Habrea? Do not approach. As I have already stated, even should I detect Athena's tinkering, I am currently powerless to dispel it. And so I have come to a decision, one which was made with the best interests of our star in mind. In order to build a better future, I require the strength I have lost. I must embrace these odious memories. Mark well this sight, engrave it upon your very soul. You now bear witness to the true La Habrea. I cannot imagine that this was an easy choice, but it is done. Is she alive? Yes, and she shall remember this lesson well. Athena's puppet no longer, I see. She may yet harbor ill will toward me, but that is a risk I am willing to take. Our star requires a steady hand to guide it, and now mine is equal to the task. I can no longer allow Pandemonium to divert my focus. Hegemon, I would ask that you serve me anew. There is none other more suited to overseeing this prison, none other who will take such pride in their duty. My loyalty to Athena led me to betray you once before. Why would you allow me to keep the position of keyword? I require your talents as I require Hephaestus's. The past is of no consequence. Very well. In honor of our fallen comrades, I shall restore this institution to its former glory. La Habrea is himself once more. He wields his authority without hesitation, and thinks not twice once his judgment has sounded. Yes, he is different from Athena. He thinks only of the betterment of the star. So long as his duty guides his actions, he shall not share her fate. And should his convictions ever waver, the emissary will set him back on the proper course. Good. If this is the path he chooses to walk, then I will walk with him. I'll allow our bond to fray no further. As his son, I will support him in the days ahead. I would not ask you to say the same, Arentel. You and I stand on peaks separated by vast chasms. Our perspectives shall never align. And never shall one give way to the other, for such is our nature. With that in mind, let us consider any debts between us to be void. Before you leave here, mark well these words. My resolve shall weather loss unfathomable, and yield before no obstacle. Walk your path with the same conviction. Master La Habrea saw through me long ago, but now my mind is unclouded by doubt, and I shall not fail him again. Hephaestus and La Habrea were one and the same when he was named as one of the convocation. This change poses no need for concern, for all is as it should be. From this day forward, I will do what I can to aid my father. In this way, I shall forge my own future. If not for you, my long-slumbering demons may have gone unslain. I would have never been forced to reconsider my true nature. As I said, do not consider this an admission of debt. Now I believe you have other places to be. Remain here any longer, and I may be inclined to place you in a cell next to one of our more recelerant subjects? Right. Well, I'm not doing the Grand Endeavor, or Tataru's Grand Endeavor tonight. That will be for tomorrow, maybe, if I stream. I make no promises. Usually after a mid, I'm fucking wiped. This whole fucking week is mids. Oh, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe I will surprise myself. But man, what a thought it is that, like, next stream, I'll be finishing the primary list, right? I could kind of move, thank you. I could not stream after next stream until Dawn Trail comes out and be completely satisfied with the progress I've made. Wild. How far I've come in so short a time, you know? In fair, quite a bit actually. Like over 30 streams, over 40 streams even, maybe even more than that. Who knows? I could count, you know. It was like the second or third Shadowbringer stream, right? When no, I was in Rectica, so it was like the fourth or fifth Shadowbringer stream when I got the release date for Dawn Trail and everything had to fall into place, you know. The countdown started ticking. Ah, you are returned. I should like to hear what you discovered, though I believe your friend has business with us first. There you are, Arantel. While you were away, Themis brought me up to speed on all that happened while I was held prisoner. His story shone light upon any number of questions that were niggling at my conscience, namely those concerning the ethereal signature emanating from Azizla. Doubtless its source was Athena, reaching out as far as she could from her prison, ever grasping for someone to take Ericthonius' place, grasping for the body his soul resided in. I wanted to ask, when you first found the crystal, were you unable to hear the memories stored within? Indeed, it was only after our research was well underway that I could hearken to its whispers. Contact with the crystal should have awakened the memories, but the passage of time likely changed Ericthonius' soul in subtle ways. Perhaps ethereal resonance was a gradual process in this case. However, being attuned to Ericthonius exposed you to Athena's voice as well. Doubtless, the choice to venture forth into Azizla was not your own. It was Athena's influence working through you. I do recall acting strangely fixated on acting alone. I never would have encouraged such recklessness usually, although the choice was not entirely my own. I'm still ashamed of my actions. Reflection is how we plant the seeds of growth, although we must not blame ourselves for events out of our control. That the voice in the crystal belonged to the person from which your soul originated, well, not even the most brilliant researcher could come to that conclusion. Your reassurance means more than you know, thank you. Now, one final matter. It concerns the very crystal whose discovery set this adventure in motion. Perhaps, sparked by recent events, a new light began to shine from within its depths. From my experience, this may indicate that a new memory has floated to the surface, eager to be observed. For some time, the question of why La Habrea and Ericthonius would leave such a crystal behind in the first place has lingered in the back of my mind. With Ericthonius' memories and such magical talents as are at my disposal, I believe I can make this final memory manifest for us all to behold. Shall we witness it together? I leave this memory for you, the future of our star. The final days have come, and the creation magics we have so relied upon now hasten our downfall. But despair has not yet won out. La Habrea and the others of the Convocation are working to stem the chaos which threatens to engulf our star. Their plan requires great sacrifice. Elidibus, Themis, has already offered to give his life for our salvation. Yet there is another problem which must be dealt with, Pandemonium, wherein are confined our most vicious creations. Even should we survive the final days, it will take time to restore order. If Pandemonium's cells were breached and their prisoners set upon the star, our hard-won peace would be obliterated in an instant. Someone must stay behind to ensure that never happens. With Themis and La Habrea otherwise indisposed, that responsibility falls to me. And that is why I must defy the directive of the Convocation. My soul will not be offered to manifest the will of the star, but instead consigned to eternal vigil. I know that in doing so, the final days may take me. I may not live to see my duty upheld. That's why I have resolved to set this crystal adrift in the tides of the underworld. It contains memories of Pandemonium from both my father and I, and shall bear this warning to the future, even if I cannot. I've imbued the crystal with magics that will attract it to my essence. Even should I journey through the underworld and be born anew, this message will reach me. Pandemonium shall not be left unattended. If all else fails, then perhaps another man like my dear friend will come along, one with an almost unnatural ability to pick up the scent of trouble. I wonder where he is now. How many souls has he saved, and how many beasts has he slain since last we met? Alongside my warning, this memory shall carry a wish. Arantel, may we meet again. Now listen well. If anyone receives this message, you must come to Pandemonium. Please make haste, I repeat. Well, that dispels the last of my doubts. Thank you for humoring me, and now we come to this. It survived. Yes, the heart of Sabik. The tie that bound Athena's memories to my body, no doubt. When I regained my senses, I found it on my person. Now it appears your efforts have left it bereft of memories. No trace remains of Athena. However, its power as Orosite yet remains, and it may prove to be a valuable trove of knowledge in the hands of the right researcher. I feel that fate has left it with me for a reason. I shall take my leave, but on behalf of my colleagues, nay, the entire Star, I thank you both for putting an end to Athena's wickedness.
I see. Then Hephaestus' story has been laid bare. As has the nature of our mysterious crystal. The questions which led us into Pandemonium are answered, and soon order shall be restored. I too can fade away, unburdened by regret. I could not have reached this point without you, friend. So many revelations. But there are more, if you would dig a little deeper. Elidibus's soul was plucked from the ethereal sea, and from it I was wrought. Surely you have a passing interest in what I remember, in what I feel.
I'm more interested in if you are unsundered or not.
I can provide. While my
No,
Pandemonium
no, he was
clear,
unsundered, right? Yeah.
all else is hazy, at best.
Are you unsundered still? Will you be reincarnated
Perhaps
as a
Athena
random
made me
unsundered
this way.
person?
Or perhaps it is the result of who or what I was before. Still, I can recall vague figures, scenes from my future and your past. At the Crystal Tower's peak, we clash. And later, from that self-same spire, I send you forth into our age, into Elpis. Why do I decide on such a course? Formless as these images are, I cannot say. However, I can hazard a guess. Somewhere within my fragmented memories, I catch a glimpse of our journey into Pandemonium. A glimpse which shows not the path we took or the destination where it led us, yet by its very presence demands that you are required in Elpis. And even if that act is but one link in the chain of events which ends in Apotheosis' salvation, then this all has meaning. Our time together, every moment, is worthwhile. And I am unburdened by regret. That said, it is possible my motivations become something else entirely. That you would cross this vast expanse in the hopes of being reunited with your allies. A devotion that once would have baffled me. But after having been to the depths of that twisted prison and back, I think I can understand. Now, I have pulled back the curtain as far as I dare. The people of your age call this the Ethereal Sea, a name I quite enjoy, for it teems with life, each star a soul on its journey. And among these uncountable stars, it was yours that crossed my path. For that, I shall be forever grateful. I wish you well on your journey. A journey as long as your star is bright. A journey not bound by the confines of this world or any other. How fascinating. The truths that dwell at the edge of sleep. The course of history is set by its victors. It is immutable, and yet should this star continue upon its path, look, the light.
Welcome back, Arentel. I hope you said farewell to Themis for me. Recent events have given me not only new focus for my research, but also insight into my own origins. Truly, 'tis a gift I could never hope to repay. As Lahabrea said, I am not Ericthonius, yet I bear a part of him inside me, and I shall do what I can to follow the traces he has left behind in the present day. A spark has been struck in my mind. I am ready to pursue my research with a fervor that the likes of which I have not had since my youth. Doubtless I shall have need of you in the days and moons ahead. When that time comes, I only hope that you will once again lend me your sound counsel. Until then, may you fare well. And with that, we have completed all of the major points on my blacklist, with only one single item remaining on the blacklist, that being Gataru's Grand Endeavor and the after-story for Omega. These I will see to tentatively tomorrow. Worst case scenario, it will be Wednesday. Worst case scenario is that it'll be on Wednesday, because I close Wednesday. I can pretty consistently, stream in the morning before mid, right? Oh, sorry, I close. Ooh. But now, before I do finally wrap things up, there is something I want to mention. Now, the big reason why I was so dead set on doing Ivalice, which we did do, because originally, when I was originally making my list, I wasn't going to do Ivalice. And then this raid series, this raid series concluded, and all this stuff about Ultima, the High Seraph, the Heart of Sabik, Orosite, that last little bit with Elidibus going into the Elite, and his comments about, the course of Star is on. I heavily suspect that the next big bad, the next culmination, the final end of Final Fantasy XIV's story will involve whatever Ultima the High Seraph was. I think that whatever Ultima was actually a servant of whatever being operates as the actual extant god of the universe in this Final Fantasy XIV world. And that whatever that being or that group of beings will be the final antagonist of the game. I also think at some point in all of this, the Warrior of Light rejoins with all the shards, goes back in time, and takes the place of Azem in the past. And it's like a full-blown you are your own grandpa situation, but we're not going to get too deep into that. And it is this suspicion of mine that drove me to be so adamant that both Ivalice and Pandemonium end up in this playthrough. Or in my sense of totality, right? Now, I suppose, if I want to give myself a backdoor, I think bar minimum this will be used for the setup for another piece of content later, of some variety. Maybe it'll be for a future raid series, maybe it'll be for some new variety of side content, maybe it won't even be the new primary antagonist deal, it'll be just 9.0 has the Seraphs come, and then they're the antagonist of just that expansion, more or less. Something like that, right? But yes, that about wraps up my rambling. So, I want to thank anyone for stopping by who did. For this stream and the last stream, I really appreciate anyone who gives me the time of day. And until I stream again, have a good one all.